Hi everyone. Lots of people are telling me that they're really struggling to stay sober in the summer sun with all the temptation that's around them, with people socialising outdoors in the sunshine, drinking lots of alcohol and generally having a good time outdoors, that this is a really tricky and challenging time for some people. And I'm going to share a story with you about what happened to me one summer's evening. And this was several years ago, and it was when I had decided to stop drinking, and I'd been sober for a couple of weeks. It was very early days, and I was cycling home from work. It was warm, it was beautiful, it was sort of soft evening sunlight coming through the trees, shining down through the trees. There was a river sparkling on my right hand side. And as I was cycling along, I passed a pub where everybody was sitting outside the front of the pub and overlooking the river. I could hear the clinking of the glasses, I could hear the sound of people laughing. And do you know what? I felt really angry. I felt like I was depriving myself of something. I felt like life wasn't fair. Why couldn't I do that? Why couldn't I sit outside that pub, having those drinks, enjoying the summer evening with everybody else, having a laugh with everybody else? And I felt really angry, really frustrated, and I felt a sense of loss and deprivation. And so what did I do? I stopped the bike. I decided I deserved a drink. I deserved to relax after my hard couple of weeks going sober and working really hard at work. I pulled over, I called a friend, I sat down and I had a few drinks. And the consequences of this choice of mine were that I enjoyed the first couple of drinks. I had a great time, I relaxed, I felt uninhibited, I felt confident, I had a laugh. I enjoyed the atmosphere and the people around me, and the drink really added to that and enhanced it. But then, of course, it stopped working. Then, of course, the rest of the evening ended up with me in a drunken state, having to deal with the logistics of getting home with my bike, without a car, not being able to drive. And of course, then into the morning, where the whole of the next day was a wreck. I'd wasted the next day because I was having to recover. And not only that, I was racked with those feelings of shame, of guilt and of fear that I'd done it again. And thoughts of, I'm a failure. I've failed at this. I can't do this, because I'd let myself down, or at least that's how I felt. Now, this kind of situation is very, very common. I hear from lots of people and lots of the members of the Go Get Sober programme that when the summer comes around and everybody's out partying outside, barbecuing, going to outdoor events, outdoor parties, that this is a really tough time. I had one of my members recently posted a comment that she was going with her boyfriend to a barbecue at the weekend, and she was preparing herself for staying sober during this barbecue, and he was saying things to her like, well, a barbecue is not a barbecue without beer. Barbecue and beer go hand in hand. And this is the kind of challenge that we face when we first start getting sober, is that kind of attitude that being outdoors in the sunshine equals drinking. So let me offer you some reassurance and some hope. So let's fast forward from back then, when I was a drunken wreck in front of that pub with my bike, arguing with the taxi driver, to now, where we're in the full blast of the summer sun right now, where I've gone for meals out, sitting in restaurants, outdoors with my friends, where I've gone for picnics by the lakes with my friends who are drinking, where I've gone to parties outdoors at people's houses, where everybody around me is drinking. And I don't bat an eyelid. I don't give alcohol a second thought. It doesn't enter my mind. The desire to drink is just not there anymore. I go to events and I go to social occasions in the sunshine, in the heat, and it doesn't matter whether the people around me are staying sober or whether they're drinking alcohol. It's not something that I give any thought or energy to at all. What I look forward to are the conversations, the meeting new people, the enjoying the food, the enjoying the connections with other people, and the excitement of it just being a social event. Now, back then, I never would have thought that was possible for me. So if you're one of these people that thinks that that isn't possible for you, or that seems possible but it seems quite far away, I'm offering you reassurance and hope that this is possible for you. It's been possible for me, and it's been possible for hundreds of people like me. It is possible to be able to enjoy the summer sun and the heat and those outdoor social events and occasions without batting an eyelid and being happy in the sunshine when you're sober. All because you break the pattern. You break the pattern of those old habitual behaviours. Next week, I'm going to be sharing a quick tip on how you can enjoy social gatherings in the sunshine and break those old patterns of behaviour. For more encouragement, inspiration, motivation, tips and advice on how to stop drinking and stay sober happily and healthily, subscribe to my channel. I'll look forward to catching up with you very soon, and in the meantime, let's go get sober together.